Happy Monday, everybody. It's Michelle Lloyd here, founder of United Art Space, and I'm back with my Motivational Monday top tips. Every Monday, I go live at 11 UK time and share some of my top tips and questions that I get asked from people over inside my Hub membership. And this week, I just wanted to talk about how life can change really, really quickly, and how things can seem really bleak and really scary, and you can't see a solution, and you honestly don't know what's around the corner. I want to share a couple of stories with you. I did a talk yesterday. It was a big live event that was happening in Canada, but it was sharing with people all around the world. And I was doing a talk. I was a guest speaker. I was petrified. I do videos all the time. It's really scary being on the other end. And anyway, we got talking about this very subject. So I thought I would talk to you about it today, because they were sharing this message with their followers. There was thousands of people watching this video. And what was really interesting, and from working with artists over the years, what I've noticed, and from my own life, I have gone through some terrible times, as we all have, and have had moments where I just can't see the light. Things sometimes have felt so stressful, and money has been so tight, and it was a couple of years ago, I didn't even know how I was going to pay my bills. I didn't think I'd be able to stay in the house that I was in, and I've got children, and it felt really overwhelming. And I've gone through things recently as well where I've been really, really, really upset. And I think sometimes when you get really upset, you can't see, how am I ever going to be happy again? Or how am I ever going to get through this? Or how am I ever going to make a living when it is such a struggle? And I feel a bit emotional this morning talking about this, because I'm sure you've all experienced this in some way, shape, or form in your life, where you feel defeated. You feel like you just don't have the energy to carry on with whatever the struggle is. I've had it so many times, and I've had it through setting up United Art Space. I love, love, love what I do, but I'm going to tell you, it's not been easy. It's not been easy at all. My passion for what I do with United Art Space wasn't just thrown at me and given to me on a plate. It's been a real challenge, and there have been times where I've had this vision where I'm so passionate about helping artists, and I want to create this platform, and I want to help people make a living doing what they love. And there have been times where I've been hit myself with financial things going on and personal things going on behind the scenes. And I was speaking yesterday on the talk, feeling like it's like you're pushing a boulder up a hill sometimes, and it's getting so heavy, and you just haven't got the strength to hold the boulder anymore. And one thing I've learned over the years, and having worked with artists who have also felt this way, and it could be something like you're not selling your art and you really want to, and you keep trying, and you're putting it on Etsy and you're putting it into other places, and you're just not hearing anything back, and it's so frustrating, and you're thinking, why is this not working? Why are other people selling and I'm not? I've been in this situation myself so many times. And the one thing I will say is just never give up, and you never know what is around the corner. And each of those times where I've just felt like I just don't have the energy to keep going, and I've just wanted to give up, there's always been someone who has kept me going, who has said, you've worked so hard, don't give up now. There have been lots of people also, by the way, I will tell you, who have said, give up, just go and get a job, just make your life easier. There's been lots of people that have said that, and I've realized that it's their fear, projecting onto me, and maybe they just care as well. People care and they don't want to see you sad. But when you want something in life, you can make it happen. But I remember Minnie, she's one of my members, and she was making art that really wasn't making her happy, and she was at a job that wasn't making her happy. And one day she decided to quit the job, And she just said, I have no idea what I'm going to do now. I have no idea, but I know I want to work on my own art. And what happened was within a week, so going from being really scared, like, I have no idea how I'm going to make a living now, or what am I going to do? She had a conversation with a cafe owner. This was before the pandemic. So she walked into a cafe and just got chatting to the person who was serving and just said, I've just quit my job and I'm an artist. And they turned around, this off chance meeting, turned around and said, we've got a space downstairs and it's not being used. You're very welcome to use it for free because you'd be bringing people into the cafe and run workshops. And, they'll buy drinks whilst they're here. I was like, wow. So she went off, petrified, thinking, I've never run workshops before, came into the hub, which is my hub membership, if you don't know. Sorry, I just talk about the hub like everybody knows what it is. It's our membership. And she came into the hub and said, oh my gosh, I've got this opportunity, but I don't know what to do. I'm terrified. And we talked her through it. And, she then worked out how many people she needed in her workshop and put the flyers out there. The cafe already had people going. She sold out the workshop. I think it was within a week. It was unbelievable. And then she worked out how many workshops she needed to do for the rest of the year to replace her income that she just walked away from. So it was insane. Within a week or 2 weeks, she went from, I hate, in a job I absolutely hate, I can't bear this anymore, to walking out of the job. And then that one chance conversation led to the replacement of an income. Now, for some people, it doesn't happen as quickly as that, but that is an example of you just never know who you will meet. You never know what is around the corner. And sometimes the corner isn't a week. Sometimes the corner is longer. In my time, things have happened quickly. Some things have happened slowly. But there's always a shift and there's always a brighter side of everything. And I remember Sharon, who is my friend and the ceramicist artist, I talk about her a lot, and she felt the struggle, not selling, going to art fairs, this is so hard, and met online by chance a art gallery and had a conversation with them, and they ended up being a very, very good fit. And they were looking for three-dimensional artists. And it was that by chance meeting online. They put a call out and she thought, well, I've got nothing to lose, submitted her work. They liked it. She went in. They have become now her biggest sales income. They sell so much of her work. She has solo shows and she exhibits there. And whenever she has a solo show, she's got one coming up, she sells at least 85% of her work. And that, again, that one chance meeting just changed her whole life. Now, it didn't change her life overnight. It was a meeting that ended up, well, let's put your work in. We'll test out 2 pieces, 3 pieces, put them in, see how people react. And it built up. But it was that one chance meeting that has actually now impacted her life massively because it brings in so much income. This is a year and a half later. And it was that one meeting. So you never know who you're going to meet. You never know what conversation you have, but it comes from keeping going, keeping that belief and keeping going and talking with people, always sharing what you're doing, what your plans are. So I talk about the 7 keys a lot, which is a framework that I've created. And one of the keys is your why, and understanding that and knowing why you get out of bed every day to make art. What is it that fuels you to do this? Keeping that in mind helps you keep the fire going, first of all, when things do get hard, and also helps you when you talk to people, because when you're really fired up about what you do and you've got that passion, you'll have conversations and you'll say, this is what I'm doing and this is why it means so much to me. And that's when other people listen and go, oh, I know someone you need to speak to, or I can help you. So bear that in mind, keep that passion going. And also, I think in life and being an artist, it's like running a marathon. I have never run a marathon, by the way, but I've heard from people who have. So I hear them say, when you first start out, it's all exciting and you've been working out and adrenaline's pumping and you're like, yeah, and you're running. And my friend Sonia, who runs marathons, she says, I think it was the first one she ran, you hit a wall and you hit a wall where you just want to give up. And I think in life, no matter what we're doing as artists, when we're trying to make a living, we at some point hit a wall. All of us will hit a wall. The fear takes over. We're rejected. We get something wrong, and then we think that we're out of our depth or we're not good enough. We'll see someone else doing something, and then we just feel like all the people in the world are taken up and there's no room for me anymore. There's always something. It could be personal things get on top of you and you just don't feel like you can carry that boulder anymore. There will always be something where we hit the wall and you want to give up. And Sonia said to me, when I wanted to give up, she said, I hit the wall and I couldn't see anything. I just felt my body just felt so strange. And I just thought, I'm not going to make this. I just want to collapse in a heap. And she said, what kept me going was the people. She said, I couldn't even see anything, but I could hear everyone shouting at me going, go on, Sonia, keep going, go. I don't know if they shouted her name, actually. I just made that bit up. But she said that she could hear the crowd cheering, going, keep going, go. And she said, and it was that just made me just find this energy from nowhere. And she made the finishing line. It makes me want to cry because, one, I'm proud of her, but it just reminds me of life in general and how all of us sometimes will just want to give up. And there's nothing wrong with that. I was speaking with Sharon yesterday, and sometimes if you need to give up on something, that's okay, or just want to say that as well. If she got to that point in the marathon and she had to give up, that's okay. It's okay to give up on something. It's okay to say this is enough. But equally, if it is something that you really, really want to do, sometimes we just have to find that last, that bit of energy to keep going. And you never know how close to success you are. It can just be round the corner. You could be one person away from your life being changed. I'm speaking from experience. I have had, a month where I have been ridiculously stretched for cash. And oh my gosh, how am I even going to survive this month? And then the next month, pivoted, changed some things, got my thinking cap on, went through the 7 keys, create some action, and then I've had the best month I've ever had. And it's literally how can that happen? But it would be very easy for me to get the fear take over and to just think, I can't do this anymore. I just can't do this, and that's the difference. Sometimes it's okay to give up, but knowing why you're giving up. And if it's because of the fear or because you just don't know which direction to go in, find the help. And that's why we've got the hub, because it's that ongoing support that we need from people. We need people cheering us like Sonia in the crowd going, keep going, you've come so far. And we need to hear the stories. I'm going to give a big shout out now to Rachel Jackson. She's one of my hub members, and she joined in January. She joined with a dream to make art her living. She joined with 300 followers on Instagram. And in the last 2 weeks, she has 10,000 followers on Instagram, and she has transitioned into a full-time artist. So, and that is from January, and she's been working in the hub and through the 7 keys. She's been working so hard, and I just want to say a huge congratulations to Rach, because that feeling, when you suddenly do it full-time, is a big, huge milestone. And it's also an inspiration to everyone, to all of us, that it is possible, even during the times that we're in at the moment, which are really, really scary. She has become a full-time artist and is making a living from her abstract art pieces. So huge congratulations. I'm so happy for Rach and all my other members. There's lots of success, but I just think that was a significant one that I read this week, because I have seen Rach. She's been very clear on the direction that she's going in. You know, I just want to put a caveat in here that although it was from January, Rach was very clear on her why and what she wants to do with her art and where she wanted to go. So if it takes you longer than that, that's normal. You know, it's taken me years to get to where I am right now, because I wasn't sure what direction I'm going in. So it's all about the journey, and it's really exciting. I am going to check the comments. How are you all on this Monday? Lovely to see you, Ivana. Hi, Katie. Hello, Lloyd. I haven't seen you for ages. How are you? Hi, Rebecca, Angela, Jackie, Susie, Jules. Hello. Hi, Freddie. Sophia. Hi, Stacey. Hello, Glenn. Kirsty's saying good evening, so she's somewhere in the world. Sinead, good morning. From a very wet County Kerry. Yes, it is wet here as well. I had a great day. Thank you to everyone. It was my birthday yesterday and I had so many lovely messages. Thank you so much to everyone who sent me a message yesterday. Simone, good morning. Hello, Colin. Hi, Lottie. Lottie, I received my artwork in the post. Thank you so much. I absolutely love it. I meant to send you a message and then I got busy yesterday, but I love it. Thank you. Lottie is doing figurative paintings, and she did me a lovely painting. Hello, Jenny, Isabella, Sophie, hello, and Sam. Les, how are you? Deborah says, I'm late playing pop-up pirate with my son. Funny. Hello, Ryan. Lloyd says, I totally relate to this. 2 years ago, I quit my job to do what I love. I now run a martial arts school and I am an artist. I love it. So many people thought I was crazy, me among them at times, but it was the best thing I ever did, even with a global pandemic that was really tough. Yeah. And Lloyd, high five to you as well, because you've worked so hard and you're running 2 businesses. So hello, Jane. Oh, Wendy's tuning in from Barcelona. Lovely. I'm going through the exact same thing. I lost my job with COVID, now struggling to find a new path in life, focusing on my art, but I have to get better and more productive, find my people. It's not easy. It isn't easy, but it's possible. And with the 7 keys, just keep working through that framework and the belief. And I have this vision board. I shared this on the talk yesterday. This is a vision board that's fallen apart now, but it's 2 years old. And I created that vision board 2 years ago with all the things that I wanted to achieve, and it felt so far-fetched and it felt a little bit greedy, and a lot of fear came up. And this week I realized that I have nearly achieved everything on that board within 2 years. And when I set it up, it felt so far-fetched and unbelievable. And I just thought, I can't imagine this ever happening. And I just can't believe I got that out this week and thought I've nearly ticked off everything on there. And so things are possible, things can change. And that's coming from someone where I've been the same. I've been made redundant and I've lost nearly everything. And sometimes I think the best advice I was ever given by Maria Brophy in those situations, although it sounds counterproductive, is if we're a bit overwhelmed with what do I do next, it's almost like stop asking what should I do next and let this allow space in your mind. Because if we're under extreme stress and we're looking for the answers and what am I going to do, what am I going to do, what am I going to do, it can stop, you know, your creative ideas, your creative flow, because you're filling your head with questions. And it sounds counterproductive. And I did that, and my ex-husband did it at the time when we were together. He was made redundant and he had no idea what to do, and he just stopped for a while and then found a solution. It's interesting. It's an interesting concept. Everything will be fine, Wendy. I'm absolutely sure. Anna Maria, good morning. Stacey says, I love this. I've been in the hub 2 years and I have gone from being nothing to planning my first exhibition in a major city gallery next May. All from being true to myself and being the artist I should be. And I've hit many walls. I love it, Stacey. Well done, well done, well done. Oh, exactly what I need now. I keep on creating, posting, reaching out. Sometimes it's just something, a small change in what you're doing. It could be a person that you meet, and it can just change everything. Thomasina, hello. Oh, this is what Lottie is inside my hub membership. And she said, that's exactly how I felt the other week. And I remember Lottie coming in just saying, I don't want to make, I've got commissions, but I can't find the motivation to do them. And it was the support from everyone. All the hubsters came in and just kept, Lottie, it was like the marathon, wasn't it, Lottie? It's like she hit the wall and everyone came in going, keep going or take the break, or, it was just so much advice. And she kept going. And then she was making with us on the Friday in a studio session. So yeah, just having people around you is so, so important, because sometimes you want to give up, but you don't really want to give up. It's just, it's the boulder is getting too heavy. And yeah, and I think when everyone comes in, it's like they're supporting the boulder with you for that moment, just so you can get your breath back. Hello, Isabella. Hi, Sarah. Ryan says, I've hit a bit of an art wall recently, taking a bit of time out, looking at courses to increase my skill, set up and improve techniques. Definitely not giving up, but rethinking and looking at improvement. Yes, that's great. And I think being productive and successful isn't about doing all the time. You're right, Ryan. You've brought up a really great point there, because I think sometimes that's what we think we need to be doing to be successful. We've got to be doing all the time, and actually carving out those times of thinking and improving and reflecting is really, really important. So it feels like you're not making progress sometimes because there isn't an output necessarily that you can see that's tangible, but it's all amounting to something. So Mike says, wise words. Thank you, Mike. Jane, I'm a believer. Yes. And I just want to say, when I set this up, I was all excited, like, oh gosh. And then I was like, oh, am I being a bit greedy by wanting to go on that holiday? And anyway, so I put the board together, and there were times, where I believed that I could do this. And then there were times where it was hard and I just threw this board across the room. I did. And also I hid it because I thought, it's just a load of rubbish. I'm never going to do it. I've had times where I'm hiding it because it's annoying me, because I can't do what's on there. And so just want to say that as well, that those feelings are normal. And again, though, it's about having the people to help you get back on the saddle and to help you keep going. And to hear the stories from other people, sometimes I've heard stories from other people and I think, why is so annoying? Why is that not happening to me? But actually, if you hear the stories and think, well, if it's happening to them, then I can do it too. So now if I hear myself getting a bit like, oh gosh, why are they having success and I'm not? I try and turn it around to, if they can do it, so can I. And it's about fueling that belief, isn't it, Jane? And it's really good. Support is just so important because it can be quite lonely. It really can. Hello, Jenny. Jenny says, morning, I'm quite new and love this advice. You're very welcome. It's nice to have you here, Jenny. Simone, yay. Simone is one of my members. Hello, Simone. I got 30 new followers last week from one Facebook post. Yes. Simone's on fire. Yeah, this is great. Okay, Jane says, I love the idea that we could be one person away from a major break. And that is it. It is just, sometimes it's one person or one situation, one event. that can change everything. Angela, hello. I'm so glad you're speaking about this today. I still have times when I have self-doubt as an artist. I'm struggling with trying to do a new collection of art, and all the old fears came up. I'm just carrying on with the artwork collection I'm busy with so that I don't break the flow. I know that I will get a breakthrough. You will. You will. Keep going. Oh, I love this. Dale says, just before we quit, it said, is the pinnacle of the moment we are going to achieve. Take a rest, but don't quit. I love that. That's great advice. Thank you, Dale. Take a rest, but don't quit. Love it. So yeah, if you feel that you're hitting the wall, then maybe like Lottie the other day, we did say that in the group, you know, Lottie, maybe you just needed a couple of days off. And sometimes that's all you need. And then you keep going. And I've heard that before, Dale. It's interesting, isn't it? It's like climbing a mountain and the oxygen's starting to go. I love my analogies and my metaphors. So when you're climbing the mountain, you know, when the oxygen is depleting, it gets harder and harder, and then you just get to the top and you've done it. It's almost the same as in life. I think it's almost like the test of endurance, and when you're just about to make it, it gets really, really tough. And it's said, there's a quote from someone, Carrie Green, I think, where she says, it's the people, it's like a row of people hanging on the wall by the scrape of their nails, and it's the ones still hanging on that get there. So I like that though, taking a rest. I definitely think I get myself into a bit of a factory process sometimes where I'm just back to back painting commissions so I can get them out to people as fast as possible without taking a moment to feel creative and enjoy it and create originals. Definitely trying to work on that. That's brilliant. So when we do the review plan due this month, Lottie, what you will do is that's one of the lessons from this month is I feel that I'm back to back with commissions. I need that creative time. So what you'll do is in September, carve out that time to be more creative. So I can't fill my time back to back with commissions. I need a day where it's my creative day. And then you'll not have commissions that day, or it might be a couple of hours. I don't know. You'll figure that out. But yeah, that's a really great thing to learn. Ryan says, again, this has been a great art therapy session. Thank you. Oh, you're so welcome, Ryan. I'm so glad it helps. Right, I'll read a couple more and then I will go. Carly says, Carly's one of my members. I've been following the advice with Instagram as well and gone up about 40 followers, one from 200. Wow. Good for you. So Camille says here, I released a new small work series 2 weeks ago and I haven't sold one piece yet. It was disappointing because my previous series sold out in a week. So Camille, in terms of that, what I would do is start to question, have you done anything differently? Of course, we're in different times now, so you need to look at that as well and be thinking, when did you last release and what the differences are? And you know, think about your price point, your messaging, the way you're communicating it, and then how you're doing it and the situation that we're in right now. And it might be that you need to tweak the messaging, the way you're talking about it, or it might be, you know, there might be something small that you just need to change. Anna Maria says, thank you for the motivation. I started with the videos, but too many things are going on at once, but I will keep going. Your videos and definitions are very clear in every way, so thanks. The fact our videos is making things easier for me. I'm so glad. Susan, the saying is darkest before the dawn. Ah, yes, seems it often, yes. Tanya, I hope I will start to put my art in more galleries after my first one this week. I love it. Hello, Colin, thanks Thanks to you, Michelle, and all the very supportive hubsters, I now believe I can be a full-time artist. You can. Stoyanka is in Bulgaria. Hello. Angela says, the hub is helping me to be more focused about my art business, and also the group of artists are so supportive. They are, they're wonderful. I love that I am accountable for what I do every week. I have 1,227 followers on Instagram now. Oh, that's amazing. I think you've got more than me. That's amazing. Alex says, hello everyone. Hi Michelle. I'm still stuck in my beautiful abyss, enjoying every single moment, producing my best work so far, having the best time of my life. Amazing. Sophie says, I've had a pro artist follow me and give me great feedback. One stating they like what I write with my work. A gallery owner in Wales, friend me from a online exhibition, found me, I think, from an online exhibition. I logged in and a rep from an artist warehouse friend me. Still posting, but no sales yet. Should I approach the gallery people, do you think? Still working through the keys. Yes, approach them. Nothing wrong with that at all. And yeah, just keep working through the 7 keys and looking at the who and how you're selling. Hopefully that helps. Right, I'm going to head. Oh, Susie says, hold on, there's a few more. Susie says, the hub is keeping me on track. Amazing. If I wasn't in it and in here turning into your chats, I'd get sidetracked, so thank you. You're so welcome. I'm so glad it helps you. The difference between try and triumph is oomph. I love that, Colin. Aviva, hello. Leslie's working on collections, wonderful. Julie put her art on Facebook and got done. Oh, Laura, hello. Happy to be awake at this time. Good morning. And then there was one more. The use, Sue, hello. The use of Power Hour on social media brought 2 big scoops for me last week. One, a full feature on me and my nurses series, amazing artwork in a newspaper with 180,000 readership, and the other the use of my work to spearhead a fundraising campaign with NGO for PPE locally and across Africa. Wow, so much branding and exposure from the tools in your Power Hour. Yay, that's a lesson inside my hub membership. Sorry. Thanks, Michelle. Now, how do I keep maximizing this? I don't think the pinnacle is ever really reached, is it? No, there's lots of mountains to climb. That's a good one. It's a good one to point out. So yeah, I see life and these journeys as it's climbing mountains. You get to the top of a mountain and what you see is there's lots of other mountains, and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna go try that one now. And you've got to climb up that next one. So you're right, you don't reach the pinnacle and then that's it. We've succeeded and there's nothing more to do. It's then I'm going to go up the next mountain and the next one, and you'll hit the wall again and you'll struggle because there's a storm coming. So there'll always be those ups and downs. But the Power Hours as well will continue, and you'll change them, they'll evolve. And what you'll do is you'll start attracting people from those 180,000 readerships, and the Power Hours will be with the people that are starting to follow you, and you'll be engaging with them. So just keep going. But yeah, we'll bring that question into the hub this week in the Q&A. I'm doing a Q&A, Sue, on Thursday inside the hub, so we can bring that question in on how to maximize that, because it's a great question. Magdalena's asking when the Power Hour lesson was. It's in the lesson about Power Hours is inside the social media lessons, inside the hub membership. So it's in the masterclass area. One last one, some great responses, but did have one lady that didn't think anyone would want it. In her eyes, it was old-fashioned. Usually I would block her. I've actually talked to her and now she's interested in my art. Yeah, Julie, that's another great point because sometimes we have people, and I've had this before. My gosh, when I'm launching the hub, I have so many people who are really nervous about me and skeptical about me, um, and and then they come round, and and I've had also people who, I wouldn't say problematic, but yeah, have maybe been a bit cynical and maybe said some things, and you might at the time think, oh, I don't think we're going to get on. And actually, once you just iron out those things and you explain your why, yeah, things can turn around, people can turn around. So it's a really good question, statement. Sorry, I'm reading at the same time. I can't multitask. So Zoe says, any experience on Etsy or where I could sell my work when it doesn't fit in any easy category? I will answer that in Thursday's hub because I'm just finishing off now, Zoe, but I will screenshot that question and bring it over to the hub because I'm doing a Q&A session inside the hub on selling. So I will answer that one over there on Thursday. But yes, thank you so much, everyone. Happy Monday. I need to head now. I hope you have a wonderful week and I will see you all soon. Take care.